Good afternoon. Alright, so we just did the Divine Masculine and Karmic update, but I want to do a Divine Feminine with Karmic update because, let's face it, some of the Divine Feminines may have, significant other boyfriends or husbands, stuff, or girlfriends, whatever the case be. So that would still fall in the category of a Karmic. Just as if I, Divine Feminine, chose a soulmate to entertain with while I'm waiting for the masculine to come, to wake up. That would be a karmic to me. It's going to be a karmic lesson. Why? Because he's not my divine masculine, right? He's not the one I'm supposed to be in soul purpose with. So, that being said, we're going to do a reading for the divine feminines that have karmics with them. Alright, so we're going to give us a recent past for the divine feminine. And recent past for or near past with her karmic. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a lover. Some of us have karmic energy in their environment that would be a relative or a friend, someone that's not healthy for them and not healthy for their connection, at least. Spirit goes true and precise messages for their career sector. Current energies for the divine feminine with her karmic. Give me, let's see, can we have the near future for the divine feminine and the near future for her karmic energy. Okay, so get some of these. Alright, so ready? The recent past for the divine feminine. They're just as bad as the masculines. Okay, so in the recent past, even the divine feminines, this is why we did this spread, because we should keep it equal, right? 7 of crystals, 7 of cups. This is spirit showing the feminine how her snake energy, her shadow self, and how she was being someone she was not truly in her true self in the recent past. This is before, of course, perhaps before her awakening, while she worked on her shadow side, right? She was wearing many masks and had to remove those masks and face herself, look herself in the mirror and heal things, right? She too, perhaps the karmic was doing magic on her as well, or perhaps she tried, some of the feminines could have even reached out and did some magic on her masculine here, but there is voodoo or magic being done here in this card. I feel it here, and there's many masks that were being worn, pretending to be something they were not, okay, which was also preventing them from some of their gifts, Spirit saying. Also, we have 5 of swords, which is change, but they finally looked in the mirror and in the recent past and saw that they were being some different person. They were acting like one person over here with their friends and family, a different way with their workers, and someone else, right? And hiding their true self, their true identity. For some, perhaps they didn't even know themselves. They had to find it within themselves, or get to know themselves all over again through their growth, through their journey, which is was they come into union or come into contact with this divine connection. They have to go within and heal, come in union with self. And their karmic energy also was putting them in a three-party situation, and they had to hit rock bottom, also wearing masks. And they were the reason why there was a divide between a divine connection. They were the cause of this divine connection. Spirit says this is truth with the sword. Okay, in the career sector, the High Priestess is here. How appropriate. Let's see. Stepping in the workplace here, stepping into her truth regarding love, filling her own cup with love, having divine communication with a network or a collective. Coming in union with self. This bride's, it looks like a bridal veil here with the one cup, and I get the energy that this, of course, the High Priestess would be in union with herself because that's stepping into her power. Perhaps she's also stepped into or began as the High Priestess, started her own work in her mission, in her soul purpose. So maybe that is now her career path, perhaps even like on Patreon, YouTube, or Vimeo, etc. Alright, helping others on their journey. Number 8, communication coming into her, the divine feminine from spirit. This is coming from above down, music to their ears regarding things that blossom. Spirit wants this feminine to blossom where they are planted, bloom where they are planted, and shine their light brightly. And in the career sector, a lot of gossip, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of pain had occurred here with the career, a lot of bickering. This is like the three-party situation, and someone was spying on this person as well. People were listening in on this 9 of Swords, being watched as well. Someone's spying on this High Priestess. Okay, Stone of the Ancestors, yet a higher good, guidance, choice. Number 5, all about change. Also, the ancestors is that their ancestors are all around these divine feminines as well, guiding them, giving them guidance for their highest good, helping them make the correct choices in this path, in this journey, for their highest good, so that they can be in soul purpose in their mission. Long snow moon, and number 9, near completion. And on here it's contemplation, deciding to move forward with in guiding and leading the collective, or do they make deliberate pause in movement with this their divine masculine? Do they stay with the karmic? But they are receiving guidance from spirit, they're receiving messages from their spirit guides and ancestors, but they need to make deliberate steps towards moving forward in their soul purpose, in their mission, moving on, and they need to move away from this karmic energy as well. Grandmother moon, forward movement. They're receiving again with the guidance of their ancestors. They have had their self-reflection, their inner journey, their inner rhythms. They're listening to their intuition, and they know they're protected. They know they're protected in this journey, in this path, and they have the wisdom that they are supposed to be leaving this karmic energy as well, and they just need to plan out how they are going to move forward, just as the masculines do. Candle magic here, illumination, the divine light that is illuminating the shadow, so that the masculines can be guided to them. The illumination, the rainbows of light with passion shining. This is them shining their inner light, their inner beauty from inside out. Wand, they have all the tools within them to manifest, to co-create, to set their intention, and they realize that where they set their intention, energy follows. And here with the 5, or the pentacle, it's about the 5, the change as well. things are stormy regarding these connections. They have people watching this connection. They have also almost like a spiritual warfare, no, not spiritual warfare. Perhaps some of the divine feminines in these karmic situations feel like being spiritually attacked regarding this, trying to keep them in the lower vibration, trying to keep them maybe too scared or too confused, I'm hearing, so that they stay with their karmic energy. Sorry, 5 o'clock alarm. So the King of Cups is here. This is their masculine in their, this could be whatever masculine energy in their life or divine masculine to them, filling their cup, nurturing themselves, sitting, knowing that it's a matter of time, just not being melancholy or not sedentary, complacent. They're not being complacent, but they're sitting there like in a very relaxed way, filling their own cup and knowing that it's all about divine timing, this masculine, divine masculine. Just waiting for his divine feminine to leave that karmic energy. Like we said, some of the karmics are not necessarily attached to a divine masculine, they're attached to the divine feminine. So this divine masculine is either he's just the one waiting now for her to leave that connect situation. So he has done his work and waiting for her to pull away from that karmic energy. The strength card here is the divine feminine having strength to move forward or to communicate towards this King of Cups because she's facing him. Going within, seeing things from another perspective. And knowing that the Four of Cups, that there's only one divine connection out of all the other choices she may have had, three-party situations she was keeping him in, but she knows that there's only one divine choice, and she's needing to head towards that, pull her energy away from the karmic as well, and move forward as a Queen of Pentacles, offering a peace offering to her divine masculine, shining her light from within. The divine feminine's energy in the near future. Again, this is one with a karmic energy. You have the ending of the old cycle, ending of the cycle with the karmic. Told you this, the endings of all these karmic energies are ending because things need to get in motion to move forward. And a new cycle is here. The King of Swords, the High Priestess, also an Aquarius or an air sign energy, sitting in the throne, ready to cut things out that no longer serve them. This Four of Swords here is about healing, still taking a break, hanging up the swords and healing, but also feeling a little bit defensive of what next, what's going to come at me. If I leave this karmic, is she going to come at me? So he's keeping the one sword close to his hand. This is in the near future. The karmic energy in the near future. Okay, Judgment card is here. To put an end to this because of that closing out of that cycle, putting an end to the Seven of Wands, people coming up against this connection, standing up, speaking their mind. There's a lot of gossip as well regarding the situation, and the karmic has many choices in how she's going to, or he's going to move forward, he or she. Okay, let's get some clarification cards. Spirit gives clear, precise messages, true and precise messages, clarity on these cards in the present and in the near future for the divine feminine, in the near future for her karmic energy. Okay, let's see. So an ending mockery, ending a mockery. He knows that people have probably mocked him for waiting for this high priestess that's in this other connection, this other situation. He's probably been mocked about being put in a three-party situation, just as a reverse if it was a masculine and a feminine, right? The King of Cups is putting an end to that mockery. Having the strength, the divine feminine, having 8, sand painter is creating a new beginning with balance, equal give and take. Number 2 is with the hangman, seeing things from a new perspective, planting seeds in this new connection, the divine connection, and corn maiden is planting a new crop. Maiden of Shields, 4 of Cups about the divine choice, and here we have protected by spirit, and again with the Queen of Pentacles moving forward with a peace offering, also Chief of Shields protected by Great Spirit. The end of a cycle is also an end to the juggling of the three-party situations, and being creative. Number 3, the craftsman, building, creating a new beginning, so that in the near future, creating this new connection as well, building from the ground up again, so that it can be stable, so they can birth a new beginning together with a pregnancy card here. And again, for some of them, they either are pregnant or will be getting pregnant in the near future with the karmic energy over here. I'm not saying they're getting pregnant with the karmic energy, I'm saying I'm moving on to the karmic energy. Spirit wanted me to speak that. Putting an end, 10 of Ruins, an end to the self-sabotage with the Judgment card here. Putting an end also to the shadow side of the karmic energy. And Warrior of Pipes, Warrior of Peace, taking control of the situation to move forward on their own, for their own best interest, for their own highest good. Get clarity or advice from Spirit as well. Spirit, what advice do you have for them going forward in this connection of the divine feminine with a karmic? What advice would you give the divine feminine in this situation? Honor yourself. Honor yourself to walk away from toxicity, the evil, the games that were played, the deceit that's being pushed upon them. Have honor for self. Put yourself first to heal yourself. Council of Chief, look to your spirit guides for guidance. They will counsel you. And don't mourn this connection when you leave. Don't mourn its loss. It's not. It was never meant for you to last for you, and it's no longer meant for you. It's no longer in your best interest, and it's time to move forward, Spirit said. So we have here the Mayu, Mother Earth. You are called upon to help with as an environmentalism. So some of you in this situation are environmentalists, or to help the environment in your soul purpose, in your journey. Nematona, sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. Just create your own small table or desk in your home for your own altar. Yes. Number 11 card and a 3. Okay, the mystic shaman. Yeah, going within, and on your spiritual journey, listen to your spirit guides and know that you are on a divine journey. That, especially if you're already in your power as a high priestess, you know you're on this divine journey. You know you need to shed this karmic energy, this toxicity in your life, that it does not serve you, and you can't fully engage. Spirit's not going to fully bless you with all the gifts that are your birthright as a high priestess when you're being held, or that proximity, holding that proximity of toxicity to you. You need to be in more divine light, more divine and healing energy. The truth of the arrow, straight as an arrow. 3, shooting straight to for the stars as well. Being truthful here. This is like an ace of swords right now to me. Being in truth, and cutting out things that don't serve you to move forward. Know that there's a trickster at play here, in your energy, in your midst. We had this on the general message, I think, too, this morning. So definitely be on the lookout for someone in your environment that's acting sneaky or fox-like, as a trickster, playing games. Alright, play, have fun, celebrate, and don't be so serious. This is a very important journey. It's your soul. But to relax and have fun, you came to Earth to enjoy the blessings that are on Earth, to enjoy what is yours. Enjoy using your gifts and be in purpose. Warrior of the heart. Also, follow the tracks that Spirit has led for you, the path that Spirit has laid out for you. He's made with signs and synchronicities, are practically putting like footprints in the snow for you to follow, to be on point, to be in your soul purpose. The age of light. You've been training for this your whole life. Yes, most people that are the light workers or in this journey have had a very difficult from childhood on up, because it strengthened you. Everything has happened in our lifetimes for a reason, and it was to make us strong enough to handle this journey and what's to come. But know that you're spiritually protected. Now you can hear somebody saying, oh great. So know that you're spiritually protected going forward. Angel of prayer. Ask the universe and the angels to help and for guidance. Yes, they'll leave you the footprints in the sand. Ask them for protection with that trickster, so that Spirit will show you with the seer, with the observer, of who the trickster in your environment is and what they're trying to trick you about. And Spirit will deliver that message to you. Angel of emergence. It is time for the real you to emerge. Yes. Put an end to this energy. It's time for the real you to emerge. Right? Goddess of compassion. Self-criticism is diminishing. Good job. Your sense of self-worth is glowing. So, this is what I have for you for the divine feminines that have a karmic energy with them. And again, this doesn't have to necessarily be a lover. It doesn't have to be someone of opposite sex. It could be someone of the same sex, or it could be a family member, a coworker, whoever, whatever person in your life that you spend enough time with, and their toxicity is blocking you. Okay? Have a blessed evening.